Good morning, guys. So today we're going to be reading a nonfiction book. So remember, if it's nonfiction, it is a true story, which means that it's going to give us facts. So it's going to give us some information about African animals. So this story is going to pair with our Honey, Honey Lion book, because remember, the setting of Honey, Honey Lion was in Africa. So a lot of the animals that you saw in Honey, Honey Lion are going to be in this book, and it's going to give you some information about what the animal is really like and some facts. So we're going to read the story, African Animals. And right from the cover, you can see one of the African animals that we saw in the book, and that's the giraffe. Very good. All right, so this is our table of contents, and we can also tell that this is a nonfiction book because it has a table of contents. And the table of contents, its purpose is to help us find where information is in the book. So say I need to know something really fast about lions and I don't have time to read the whole book, I could search the table of contents and I could see that lions is on page 3, so I could turn to page 3 and try to get just that information. So this is what our book's going to have. And on page 1, we're going to learn about elephants. Page 2, honey badgers. Page 3, lions. Page 4, ostriches. Page 5, zebras. Page 6, leopards. Page 7, honey guides. Remember, the honey guide is that little bird who was one of our main characters. And page 8 is our glossary. Remember, our glossary is somewhere we can go that if we see a bolded or dark word, and we don't know what it is, we can flip to the glossary and it'll give us a definition of that word. So here we go, African animals. Elephants. The largest of all land animals, elephants live in groups called herds. Even though they are very large, they only eat plants, which makes them herbivores. So they only are plant eaters. The mother elephant has an extreme amount of love for her calf. Mother and calf stay in almost constant contact, so they're always together. Mother elephant will protect her calf from predators and the sun by putting her baby underneath her. She also uses her trunk to give her calf a bath. So that's one of those ways that these animals help protect their young, because we're going to be talking about animals and their offspring later on, or their babies, and this is one of the ways that they protect them, is to hide them underneath their bodies. So elephants. Honey badger. Here's our main character from the story. The honey badger looks a lot like a skunk. The similarities don't end there either. The honey badger can release a stinky smell if he feels threatened or wants to mark his territory. So if you look, that word territory is in bold. So if I flip to the glossary, so if I go down and I flip all the way to the glossary, it would tell me territory is the land that an animal claims. So they think this is their space and they're going to fight for that space. Let's go back to slide 4. Their long claws and extremely powerful teeth protect them from predators. Most animals stay away from honey badgers anyway, though, because they are known for being mean. Unlike many other African animals, honey badgers do not live in groups and prefer their solitary status. So when we say the word solitary, it means they live alone. They don't like to be with other animals. Lions. Besides the tiger, lions are the largest cats. Lions live in groups called prides. While the male lion gets a lot of attention for his size and long mane, so that mane is the hair that's around his body, around his head. The females are the hunters of the group. Cubs or baby lions rely on their mothers for everything. The male lions have an important job too. They protect the pride and make sure the cubs get enough to eat. So usually it's the females that are the hunters, but the lion helps protect them. Ostriches. The world's largest bird is also fast. The ostrich can hit a speed of 43 miles an hour when he feels threatened or he's scared. So let's think about that. 43 miles an hour, that's above the speed limit when you're driving around the school. Ostriches also have great eyesight. Their height and eyesight combined allow for them to keep a close eye out for predators. So that helps protect them, is the eyesight. Ostriches live near grazers who stir up insects for dinner. So grazers are animals like zebras that sit and graze and eat the grass. And so when they do that, it stirs up the dust and insects, and the ostrich comes behind them and picks all those insects up. The ostriches return the favor by alerting the zebras or wildebeest or antelopes of lions who are approaching. So they help and alert them. That's how they work together, those animals. Zebras. Zebras are grazers, which means they spend most of their day eating grass and plants. They live in groups called herds, but sometimes thousands of zebras come together in search of food and water, and this is called a super herd. When faced with predators, zebras will help each other out and form a semicircle, preparing to attack the predator if they need to. So that means that they form that half circle and they're going to stand up for each other. Their strong teeth and hooves are used in defending themselves against large cats and hyenas. Leopards. Leopards are extremely fast cats that are recognized by their black spots. Leopards prefer to be alone and spend much of their days lounging in trees. So they're kind of like the honey badger, where they live in that word, remember, solitary. They like to be alone. They become active in the evenings when they begin looking for dinner. A leopard will creep up on its prey, and when it gets close, it will pounce on the victim's neck. So pounce means to hop. Sometimes they will even carry their dinner up into a tree to make sure a scavenger, such as a hyena or vulture, won't try to steal their food. So you can see here, he's gone up in the tree. So he's probably trying to hide his food. And here's our glossary. So these are some of the words that you might have needed to know in the book. So hooves are the feet of animals like horses and donkeys or zebras. That's that hard part of their foot that a lot of times, like in a horse, we have to make sure we take care of so that they can keep walking and helping. Incubating means keeping the eggs warm so the animals will develop inside. To pounce means to spring or swoop down to catch prey. Territory is the land that an animal claims, and threaten to means that to feel under attack or that someone is trying to harm them. All right, you guys did an awesome job. You can look back through this book or watch the video as much as you want. And what you're going to do is you're going to connect the seesaw. And at the bottom, if you click add response, it's going to pop up this list of the African animals that we've seen in here. And you're going to get to choose to either write a fact, or you can hit the mic and tell me a fact about each animal. Okay, so you're going to have to look, you might have to look back, and that's okay. All right, thanks guys. I'll see you later.